Good morning. This is the markets, and this is the pre-market video for the morning of Tuesday, the 9th of September. My disclaimer: I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com, and it's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, let's have a look at the ES, where very little happened yesterday. We saw a very slight move up. Not really a great deal to say apart from we tested and held the weekly middle band. On NQ, we didn't make a higher high and didn't make any progress towards the obvious bull flag target and a retest this high. RTY didn't quite make a new high either. YM didn't make a new high either. We've got obviously some pretty nice looking double tops here. Very decent looking double top on ES here. NQ won't be a decent double top until it retests the high, which is of course the bull flag target. RTY got a decent double top. YM got a decent double top. These could play out, but I'm still leaning towards higher because one, we've got the bull flags on NQ and QQQ. And secondly, we've got strongly bullish historical tape today, tomorrow, and Thursday, with 67% leaning bullish on SPX today and 76% on the next each of the next 2 days. So I'm still leaning towards that delivering, but we saw very little of that in the last 24 hours. DAX and STX, these still look like bear flags forming. So I am wondering whether we will go off, make the retest the high on the Qs, and then potentially come down again. We shall see. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts, and let's have a look at the hourly charts. Hourly charts, if we were to see a retest of this high here at 6532.65, then that could set up a nested double top. But on the Qs, where we didn't break up, although from the bull flag channel, although we tested it again yesterday, there is always the chance, of course, that we'll come down and back to bull flag channel support. Unlike the one on NQ, this hasn't broken up yet, but I'm leaning towards it heading up and making the target, which is only just above at 583.32. On Dia, very nice looking double top here. IWM, again, a retest of this high here could set up a nice little level top set up here and a possible part form 10 shoulders for a larger retracement. We shall see. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts on, hang on. Right, daily middle bands, we're well above all of them. So after some nice tests last week, so I mean that's all holding the bullish setup here. In terms of the Qs, obvious target would be a retest of the high. Need not get much higher, but pretty nice setup to do that retest. Looking at Dia, we've done that retest. Nice looking little level top here. There's nothing really saying that we go down straight here. We could do, but there's not really anything really to suggest it. Nothing on 15 minutes. This could possibly be a bear flag forming, but really I'm leaning towards seeing some retests of the highs as we see this bullish tape play out. We will see how that develops. All right, let's have a look at IWM. IWM, we've got on the daily chart, wait a second. Right, on the daily chart, never actually, this was the strongest when we didn't test the daily middle band of support last week. We are very, very close to a retest of this high here, November 2024 high at 243.04. And I'm leaning towards seeing that made as we retest the high on the Qs. So we shall see. Looking at DAX, still holding well below the daily middle band. And this looks like a bear flag forming, and the obvious next significant move would likely be lower unless it can break above the daily middle band. I was talking about a possible retest of the high on Nikkei, and we've almost seen that yesterday, but not quite. I'm leaning towards seeing that today or tomorrow. Possible double top there, as and when we have done that. All right, let's have a look at DX. DX, we've got a possible little level bottom here, which I'm wondering about. We are seeing a bit of a reversal back up here. It's harder to see on DX, but easier to see on Euro, where we've got a 60-minute sell signal fixed. And we've seen a steeper decline. GBP USD, this broke up from a bull flag and hasn't quite made the bull flag target to retest this high, but it has broken the short-term rising support. Wondering about some retracement here, and we've got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing, which is trying to fix that at the moment. USD JPY, we saw a breakdown, but again, didn't quite make it to the flag target, which I have a little lower here. So only marginally lower, and I'm thinking it'll come back for that. But in the short term, we're seeing a bit of a rally. We will see how this goes. But there's reason to think that we might see a nice little rally on DX today, and we've got a potential little level bottom that could take us back up into the 98.2 area. All right, ZB, we've got, we're still testing the rising support here, but we've got a 60-minute sell signal that's fixed. I think we might see a bit of a pullback here. Not seeing anything at the moment to suggest we would be seeing more than that. We've got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing on ZN as well. Looking at CL, I think we're looking at a little bear flag here because we still haven't made the double top target. Sorry, the flag target here. I'm leaning towards seeing a little lower and a full retest of this low. That could be the second low of a double bottom as and when we make it. HO, we broke down from from a bear flag here, and that could be forming a larger bear flag, but it can't really get much larger and still be a bear flag. I'm still leaning towards seeing the next move to the downside. RBOB, we're consolidating sideways after this move down. Could be forming a head and shoulders here, actually, but it's not of great quality, so I haven't marked it in. All right, NG, we've broken up from an IHS with a target in the 3.32 area. And we're making very slow progress towards that target. I do have a larger possible inverted head and shoulder neckline in the 3.24 area, and when we reach that, I'm wondering whether we'll see a pullback to make a higher quality and bigger IHS. Looking at GC, we've got a 60-minute sell signal fixed. It could just go through that, of course. We've got also a sell signal fixed on the palladium chart. SI, we've got nothing but a nice looking double top. Platinum looks like a bear flag. There's a fair amount indicating we're going to see a bit of a retracement here down on precious metals. HG still forming this eternal bear flag and trading in a very, very narrow range. All right, let's have a look at KC. KC, I was expecting to see a retest of the high, and we've got it. So this is a potential double top, and we will see how that develops. SB, we have done a full retest of this low here, which I was expecting to see. This is potentially the second low of a large double bottom, and we're bouncing at the moment. CC, this is too large to be a bull flag. So I am wondering about a possible retest of this low here in the 6700 area. On CT, we've retested the low, and again, this could be the second low of a large double bottom. On lumber, possible IHS forming, 60-minute buy signal is fixed and hasn't made target yet. ZW, possible double bottom here. I was leaning towards this going just a little bit lower on the daily chart before making a possible significant low. Corn, we've got an IHS which has broken up with a target in the 441 area, and we've got a possible short-term double top, so we're waiting to see whether this double top will break down. If it does, that might threaten the right shoulder of the IHS. On soy, possible ugly head and shoulders forming. ZL, possible little level bottom forming, but nothing really worth the mention in terms of pattern. This could be an overall bull flag forming. Live cattle, very, very close to a test of rising support here. I think we might actually have made it. Hang on, bear with me a moment. Yeah, we have made it. All right. This is possible support, and I'm wondering whether or not this will hold. So wait, it's still testing that at the moment, but if it does, then we'll go back up and retest the high. Live cattle. Lean hogs, possible level top here, 60-minute sell signal fixed that hasn't made target yet. All right, let's have a look at questions. Yeah, my pleasure as always, guys. I'm still leaning towards the upside here at the moment. Yesterday we were just trading sideways. Hopefully we'll see a little. The targets I'm looking for higher aren't a great deal higher. I think we could make those in a couple of days if we can pick up a little speed. We will see. If we're going to do that, the obvious time to do that is between now and Thursday. We'll see how that goes. All right, great. In that case, that's a wrap. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Everyone take care.